This is Mike Steinberger with your weekly market update for November 15th, 2024. Corn markets this week, December corn closed at 424 even. It's up 5 cents today. Overall, throughout the week, it was pretty down. Most days closed negative, down a couple cents here and there. A lot of that's just due to new administration concerns of what's going to happen with that coming into the White House and how it's going to affect exports and trade going forward. A little bit of recovery here towards the end. Kind of a positive outlook, I guess, for near future. Potentially could see a little bit of a comeback, but I still think we're kind of range bound within that, 420 to 430 range. I would say it's probably going to be where we stick for a while until we get some more news on this year's crop and more exports and usage and stuff like that. So it's something to keep an eye on. I don't really see a huge move coming right now in the near future. So next year's corn, that's at 440 futures. That's up 3 cents. Start looking at next year's corn, getting somewhere if you can get close to a $4 contract. I think it's a good place to start your marketing for 25's crop. No, it's not the best price compared to what we've seen. Things don't seem to follow through all the time, but get yourself kind of a floor set on your first contract of the year. I don't think it's a bad place to be. So keep that in the back of your mind. Beans closed at $9.98. That's up 11 cents today. Again, kind of the same thing. Heading with beans and corn, it's all going to be kind of linked together why the markets are up today versus the entire week of being down. Now, beans had a lot bigger pullback through the week, mostly due to the exports. That's kind of the bigger one when it comes to the export side of things with China, new administration, how that's going to affect their bean buying, their bean usage, internally in the U.S. here. Bean usage, I think, hasn't been as high as they like to see it. Report came out today for the exports report and everything, and it wasn't quite what they thought it was going to be, but still was able to get a little bit of positivity out of the markets today. So something to look at there too. And monitoring South America's potential crop, sounds like they're in pretty good shape right now. So you might see some more pullbacks. Again, I think we're range bound with beans too. I think we'll be sticking around that $10 future range. Give or take 20 cents here and there. And then new crop of November 25 beans closed at 10.20 futures. It's up 6 3/4 cents. Again, let's say the same thing there with corn. I know, somewhere around a 940, 950 contract isn't ideal for anybody all the time, but I think it's a good place to start considering, we were cash beans locally this year. We were under $9 for a little bit, kind of touched it for a few minutes and still kind of hanging around that above 9 range, but a 940 cash contract isn't anything to really shake a stick at, considering it could potentially be lower. It's always a good time to look at next year's marketing now, I think. Doing a little bit here, whether it's just a small contract, something to kind of dip your toe in the water to get started on next year's marketing plan. It's never too early to look at it. If you think basis will improve, futures contract could be one way to go too with that. So cash wheat closed at 536. That's up 6 cents, and next year's closed at 570 futures. So the wheat kind of just follows suit with corn and beans a little bit here. A lot of the Black Seas market's going to be out there and not going to be very good. Again, the weakening dollar helps a little bit on our market prices, so something to look at. Hopefully, if you hadn't got your wheat in by now, be tough to keep going on it, but if you got something in, pretty good year for having your wheat grow, your winter wheat crop in. So look at getting some contracts out there maybe. If you can get back up to that $5 range on next year's crop, it's a good time to start putting in some offers and utilizing some of the portals we got out there with our Country Visions Connect app. You can put in your own offers there. Talk to your merchandiser about that. Very handy tool to put in your own offers, get stuff out there. And, sometimes it hits on the overnight trade. It's a really good idea to have something out there when we're not watching it and it hits. You get a notification, we get a notification, we put in a contract or sell it out of storage or, whatever it may be. So keep your eyes out for those things. And if you have any questions, feel free to call any of us. We're more than willing to help get you set up and walk you through it. Thanks. Have a good week.